crowd we have on hand.
Time in. 0-0.
Sit back, enjoy as Martinez Vich puts it in play.
We're in for a treat, Drew. This is a fun matchup because they're not just both baseliners. They can play a lot of cat and mouse. They're so quick in getting to balls. They want to be creative. And I think we're going to have some clippable points here.
Side out. Zero. Side out.
So Jaume's last podium, third in Vegas, also third in Houston as well.
0-0. Point.
Meanwhile, for Ben Johns, he's gold medalist at the Bristol Open in men's singles, also the Texas Open and Atlanta Open.
Point. Point.
You simply cannot make errors like that against Ben Johns.
Yeah, it's well said, Drew. And a fun thing to just take note of is, you know, Ben's serve, I think, is underrated. He doesn't get, there's no controversy surrounding it. It's so technically sound. The boys are playing right now. Oh, that looked like 2021 Ben singles, where almost every point would have been settled at that kitchen, and that Ben backhand kind of like flick almost up the line
4-0.
settles that one out.
And you know what else I think is underrated about Ben Johns? His feet, his quickness. He just gets there, doesn't put forth quite the effort, but just so smoothly covers all angles of the court.
5-0.
And in this game, Ryan, of course, if you've got the anticipation, the more you anticipate, the less you have to scramble.
Yeah, that's well said, Drew. And the anticipation can come from knowing generally how the patterns play out, but it's also opponent specific. So when you've gone up against each other 7 times like these guys have, they've all got a memory log of what may happen, may likely happen in a given situation.
What a start.
5-0.
Ben's so good on the stretch, and when we talk about that anticipation, he's there, he's ready with that cut volley block on the backhand side, but that's fully on the stretch, and you can only consistently do that if the footwork and balance and mobility is there to do it. Good return from Jaume there. Returns are under-celebrated. I think players, coaches, and commentators alike should be celebrating. It's not quite as sexy as a passing drive, but effectively does the same exact thing.
And finally, one of those goes Jaume's way.
And now I think we're going to see a little bit of a smile and maybe some banter. Jaume, one of the ones that really just naturally likes to talk through the game with his opponent.
A little too ambitious.
He'll also engage the fans. He's a crowd favorite for a lot of reasons.
6-1.
Jaume yelling, "I'm a scared." Duffs that one as he's afraid if he doesn't hit it perfectly, it's a winner for Ben.
Point.
Just skims the line that time for Ben Johns. And now an 8-1 advantage.
One. No, hey. Oh. Point. Referee time. I know. Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the referee's paddle scrape call. As the rally stands, it's 9-1. We will proceed to video review.
Drew?
Well, I think once again, when Onisha Smith makes a call like that, she is not going to get it wrong.
Leading from the front in that regard.
The fault call stands. The paddle did scrape in the zone on the volley. Challenge is lost. Timeout is lost. 1 timeout remaining. 2 timeouts remaining. We review play at 9-1.
And you hear the fans saying, you know better than to question Onisha.
Time in. 9-1.
In fact, if there's one thing more difficult than beating Ben Johns, it may be questioning Onisha Smith.
10-1.
Game point.
Timeout.
I mean, to keep that out of Jaume's reach, Jaume's one of the quickest of step here on tour, and it just shows you the precision of which that cat and mouse game gets played.
He's got all the angles so far. Ben Johns, 11-1 a first game runaway.
Guaranteed pickleball play every week. No hassle, no paddle stacking lines, no worries. Join a pickleball league today and up your game with competitive, consistent, well-matched play. Connect with your local leagues, check live rankings on your phone, and play with ease. Whether you're there to socialize with your community, network across the net, or have fun playing your favorite sport, leagues are a stress-free way to enjoy your play. Find your closest league at pickleball.com and click leagues today to get started.
Casual for my liking, Drew, and I really want to see him try to challenge Ben here.
Side out. Zero, zero. Side out. Zero, zero.
I mentioned the mobility. It is something.
The footwork, I mean, it reminds me a little bit of like Wes Welker. You know, shout out Patriots. They stink now, but back in the heyday, you know, Wes wasn't the raw, fast speed, but it was really that footwork and clean lines that he always used to take.
Point. Two, zero.
notice there, Jaume going for his serve a lot more than he had at game 1. Never been known for the big serve, but that was hit hard and deep.
2-1.
There's Ben again with the put away. Was doing some counting this morning. I counted 134 PPA gold medals for Ben Johns. Could be off, but that's my unofficial number.
That's why you almost ran late getting here to the booth.
Thank you.
No, Drew is not late. He's a timely professional, but 134, no joke. That was shaping up to be a classic Jaume Ben highlight reel. Jaume just hasn't been as clean as we usually see him with those smaller touches in and around the kitchen.
That time got him going. Well, he's got the crowd on his side right now. He can make a move here.
2-4.
And long that time. How about 3 in a row?
3-4.
Oh. Stop it.
Incredible point from both. Jaume really bringing it, though. We got grunts on every shot. He's trying to rip it past Ben. Ben's so good on the coverage. Ben's reach is longer than you think. He's taller than most people think. I think he's 6'1".
Oh. Man, oh man.
Flip it on championship court. Jaume Martinez Vich.
Men's singles pickleball has gone into a new stratosphere.
Becomes a mini marathon.
3-4.
Just silly points. And Jaume's starting to get the better of these exchanges. Of course, to beat Ben, Ryan, you need him to make some mistakes. I've seen a few of those lately.
Really trying to attack Ben's forehand when he's at the net. Ben obviously getting to 2 or 3 of those, but just not enough in the end.
So just moments ago, Ben Johns was cruising.
Timing. 7-4.
And now big shot. Big shot from the Spaniard. He is pointing to the crowd. He is soaking this all in.
8-4.
puts an end to that. But right now, looking at a 4-point deficit.
4-8. Point.
And Drew, this is a unique problem that Ben and Annalee and a few others face, but they have to play, you know, in this case, 4 or 3.5 matches today, and you know, getting to a game 3 is going to be extra taxing, especially in singles. And you know, Ben has 2 more matches to play today, where he obviously plays a primary role, and for him, you know, obviously wants to win this, get in the championship Sunday, get those 1,500 points, but load management is a thing for a key few here.
Vintage Ben Johns. You mentioned the load management too. Remember, that right ankle has not been fully 100%. He was hurt on that in Atlanta and had to withdraw from a match. And this is what puts the most pressure on that men's singles.
Playing chess out there with the nifty angled shots here. These guys are running to almost every ball.
8-6. Tied out.
So we've seen incredible cat and mouse in this match, but right now, not sure who's the cat, who's the mouse.
Big save. Point.
Ben Johns now within 1.
And Ben's got his game face on all of game 2. You know, I think he does engage with Jaume in previous matches in a pretty conversational way, but here he's really being pressed. He's not happy about it.
And if this were to become a 3-game match, puts a lot more pressure on him moving on too in those other matches that he has today. More time out on the court.
You know, we jokingly were discussing earlier, Drew, that we would ask players some post-game interview questions, and they bring up themselves the load management and the injuries and the grind that they're under. Everybody's feeling it at this juncture.
Just a little short on the forehand. Ben Johns has really exerted a lot here in this game too.
You'd like to go back to the RV if you can close out another 4 points.
I think that's maybe a sign that you've really, truly reached superstardom here on the Carvana PPA Tour when you have your own RV. Something that Annalee Waters has taken into effect.
8-7.
Can't believe we haven't slipped that into our mutual contracts, Drew. And Jaume has stalled out a little bit here.
Been stuck on 8 for quite a while. Side out to Ben once more.
7-8.
Just waiting for it, and now we're tied at 8. The winner of this match gets Hunter Johnson. Defeated Federico Staxrud earlier today. goodness.
What are we doing out here? They are putting on a show for us. Ben Johns, Jaume, Martinez, Vich. Insane stuff.
I know we still have game 2. This has been
9-8.
Uncharacteristically bad drop there from Ben. It's been fun to see him. He used to kind of backhand slice return, and he's really developed that kind of moving forward two-handed roll that gets him into the kitchen much faster.
that shot may have been out.
And the tricky thing here is they can't challenge as they have no timeouts each.
9-8. Side out.
Another side out. Jaume needs points here. Trying to force the game 3.
8-9. Side out. Nine, 8.
Can't get there in time. Side out once more. Jaume making the GOAT earn everything.
Eight, 9. Side out.
Haven't seen Jaume go inside out on that forehand too much. It was a good changeup, just pushed it an inch wide. Incredible leave by Ben.
And I mentioned 134 gold medals for Ben. Not as hard to count the 21 triple crowns that he has on his resume. Here is match point for Ben. And Ben Johns once again fights off a furious run from Jaume Martinez Vich to take it in 2.
Ben gets the championship Sunday. The Triple Crown is in play, but he'll have a lot of work to do later today in his mixed and men's semifinals.